Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing on this amazing Tuesday? If you are tuning in today and you are new and you haven't used PhotoDay yet, I welcome you. This is a great getting started with PhotoDay webinar. I'll be showing you guys the ropes today. If you are a veteran, thanks for joining and for the support. Hey, Dan. You guys just tuning in, let me know you can hear me, you can see me, and that everything looks good as of right now. And where you're from and what the weather is. Like, we can have a contest. Where is it warmest? I know I might win because I'm in Florida. So for those of you, oh, hey, RJ. And Steph, oh, there's Steph. Stephanie is here today. She is out of the bubble and in the webinar to answer any questions that I might not be able to get to live. Sometimes I talk really fast and I answer them as she's typing them out. So it'll be kind of like a little contest on who can answer faster. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, David. Thanks for joining today. Happy 2021. I'm a little rusty. This is my first webinar I've done since November, so it's been quite a while. Who we have? Well, we got Indy, cloudy, cold, 20 degrees. Wow, I totally beat you, RJ. It's way warmer in Tampa today. So awesome, awesome. See a lot of new names in here, you guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We tend to do quite a few webinars throughout the year. We do some getting started ones. We do some webinars with our lab partners. We do new features just to catch you up on the latest and greatest because, you know, let's just face it, this industry is very seasonal. And PhotoDay is updating features and improvements every single week. And if I take a few days off, I am completely behind. So I can only imagine how you guys feel with the space between jobs. So, oh, hey, Emily, thanks for tuning in too. Awesome, awesome. 16 feels like 16 degrees snow. I miss the snow. Oh, hey, May. All right, so for all of you new users to PhotoDay, welcome. Here's my big virtual non-COVID hug. Oh, by the way, speaking of COVID, I hope you are all healthy. I know that's really important. Scary thing, definitely. So I hope you guys have been able to avoid it for the most part and stay healthy and squeeze those photo shoots in all at the same time. But a little bit about PhotoDay. We launched PhotoDay about 2.5 years ago. It was June of 2018. We went live with PhotoDay and we developed it really, really fast. And it was pretty much we released a base product. We didn't even have an Android app at the time. It was just an iOS app and the studio panel. And from there, we've built on based on the way you guys are using PhotoDay, your feature requests, improvements that we needed, the different use cases we've seen. You know, the initial release, we were really heavy on volume sports because we didn't feel like there was a really good product out there to really tackle that part of the market for studios and for customers and for organizations and for our lab partners. So we wanted to build something to solve that. And from there, we branched into private galleries and school photography, dance schools. We got mini sessions going up. So dance schools, I said that already, gymnastics, like high school sports, action. We see all different types of events being loaded up into PhotoDay. So we are working as hard as ever trying to keep up with all these feature requests. So thank you guys so much for sharing that knowledge. And if you're new and you see something, you don't see something that PhotoDay does now, feel free to reach out in the live support chat and request it because it might be something that we're already working on or something that's really cool and we might want to put it in the PhotoDay and we'll call it the You feature. So all kinds of fun things going on here. So we're just going to dive in and get started. So let's just go to my first slide here. So what is PhotoDay? So if you don't know anything about PhotoDay, what are we? We are a workflow, an amazing workflow, we like to say. I'll show you some of those shiny features we have that makes our software stand out in a few here. Our focus has always been on the customer first. When a lot of things out there in our industry started at like, let's make the photographer's job easy or the lab's job easy. And then they built a solution outwards. We started at the end customer and built a solution completely backwards from there, streamlining the whole process to make parents happy. And what does that result in? but anything a rocketing revenue. So when you take and free up your time so you can get out there and do what you love, create great images and connect with your customer, and you make the whole process simple for everyone, and including your customer, it results in that rocketing revenue. And that's what we are all about here at PhotoDay. So I want to show you some of those order values. If you're coming over from paper forms, what that looks like in the online world on three really, these are probably the most widely used jobs we see coming onto PhotoDay right now with schools, sports and events, and dance photography of all different kinds. And we got high-end, we got mid-grade. Everyone's trying to do different things. So this is all really based on what you're selling that 8x10 unit for and the packages, right, and the savings. So in the school, we're seeing about a $49 average, which is great considering where it came from. But we do have preschool mixed into there, which tends to be a little bit higher. But it's cool when we see what the elementary schools and the underclass are doing in that average order value compared to paper forms or an online prepay system. Sports and events, this one gets me most excited because we've been so creative with sports and events photography with the different composited images and the lighting and the posing for so long, and haven't really been able to sell those images we're creating effectively with the paper form method. So with online and viewing the image first and the ability to create more images for that one genre of volume photography, we're seeing a much higher AOV than a lot of people have ever seen historically on paper forms, which is really cool and exciting. And then we have dance, which has multiple poses from all different levels, what the order value sits in the PhotoDay system. And these numbers were pulled probably like 5 months ago or so. So I don't have like recent, but we haven't done a whole lot of events recently with the winter and holidays and things like that. You guys know how seasonal it is. So, and then we also have this little bit of data average order by job type. I just threw this in here to kind of see how that boosts up your average sale for different types of jobs. And really this just shows all the different jobs that studios are using PhotoDay for right now. So I won't get too much into that today, but because of all these different types of jobs, we have 3 different gallery types in PhotoDay. We have private, group, and public galleries. Now, the main difference between public and group galleries, that the public galleries, they have a unique URL that can be shared around everywhere, and they click on it and they don't have to put a password or an access code to get into the gallery. It's just a direct public URL link. Now, in the group gallery, you still get a direct link. However, they have to re-enter that access code again, and that prevents that very public URL from being shared around. So if you're doing like an organization, like a rec league, high school sports, any kind of like graduation type stuff where the kids are older and you don't want to necessarily make it a public gallery, but you want some little bit of security in there, you can make that private access code for that one gallery. So everyone has to have that access code to get into the gallery once they get that link. And then there's the private gallery where each person gets their own individual access code. And we'll talk all about how you get people connected to your galleries because that is so important. But by having these 3 different types of galleries in PhotoDay, you can use it for just about anything. So it's just a matter of understanding the capabilities of what we have to offer and how to implement them in your business. So let's talk about the key features that PhotoDay has to offer. These are things that I believe make us stand out a little bit different. So, oh, let me move my little guy's in the way. I'm gonna move him down here. Oh, why is she moving down to the bottom? Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna go over here in the corner. Sorry. I know I'm still small, but it's totally cool. All right, so what we have, number 1, Face Find. Face Find is PhotoDay's facial recognition. So we have it on the front end and the back end. And so what I mean by that is we basically, for private galleries where you might be used to writing image numbers down on the forms to create the galleries, or generating barcodes or some kind of QR codes that you have to scan or snap a photo of. Instead, what we have is the PhotoDay Capture app. And what that does is it replaces that barcode, QR code image number with a face. And then that way, when you upload all your professional photos to the gallery, everything gets automatically sorted and matched based on the face. So it makes it really easy, especially when you're doing sibling photos, buddy photos, group photos, class photos, anything like that. It groups them together based on their face and puts them in their individual galleries. It's very simple to use. It's available for both iOS and Android, and you can run it on any any mobile device or a iPad or tablet, and you do not have to be connected to Wi-Fi. And I'm going to show you a video on how that works. But first, it also, FaceFind is on the front end for your customer to find photos with a photo. So what that means is in the group or public galleries, you have different search options that you can make available to your customer to use. And what does all this mean? All this means is that you no longer have to write image numbers down and catalog and do barcodes and QR codes with PhotoDay, because we've replaced it. All those things that you would typically use your eyes to do, FaceFind is your eyes. So it is doing it for you. And that's how it works. And that's how we put it in the PhotoDay. It's also on the back end of the website in the customer gallery. So let's just say you have a group gallery and your customer is shopping for their baseball photos, and you have multiple photos, you got team photos, and they're building out a memory mate. Well, they grab their favorite image for the memory mate, and then PhotoDay will say, okay, we'll find a group picture. FaceFind runs again. It finds more pictures of that kid because it knows that is that parent's kid they're shopping for. And it says, okay, let me find all the photos with these faces in it and present to them their group photos and some other photos that they can build out their memory mate with. So it's really smart, and it's very versatile, and it works in different ways within PhotoDay to help not only help your customers shop, but help you sort your images. So that is one exclusive feature that we have over here at PhotoDay. And I am going to show you that capture video. So give me a second and start this up.
The PhotoDay Capture app is an exciting part of the better than ever PhotoDay 2.0. It works with one of our newest features, private galleries. PhotoDay Capture simply matches people data with photographs without any barcodes, image numbers, or other tedious image matching. I don't think it's
playing for you guys. Well, we're trying to play the video. Oh boy. Well, that has never happened to me before. Maybe I won't show you this video. I was just kidding. Is this playing for you guys? Because it says error for me. Oh. Okay. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Let me just, if it's giving you problems, I'm sorry. There's also a chat delay. So let me just stop it and see if I can get it to replay. YouTube probably just hates me right now. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this thing to play for you guys.
The PhotoDay Capture app is an exciting part of the better than ever PhotoDay 2.0. It works with one of our newest features, private galleries. PhotoDay Capture simply matches people data with photographs without any bar.
Well, because of that technical difficulty, I am not going to play that video because I cannot tell if it is playing or not when I do that. But what I will do is just send you guys a link. It's a 2-minute video. You guys can watch that later. So I will show you that later. Okay, so let me move my little guy around here so I can go back up in the corner. And sorry, yeah, I can't tell if it's playing or not from my side. I guess this webinar software, too many people are doing webinars. Maybe that's the problem that I have right now. So, all right, so I will try something else for now. So we can do that video link later, but it's okay. You guys don't need to see it. You can just imagine to watch a video later. So what I will show you though is what it looks like, because one of the questions that we always get is, what does this actually look like when you're out in the field with a tablet or a device and you're checking people in with the Capture app? So what this looks like is a lot of photographers, they like to use an iPad just because it's bigger, it's easier to see. But basically you would import your data in advance, or you can add it right then and there on the fly. Like I said, you do not have to be connected to Wi-Fi at all. So your iPad that you're using or your tablet that you're using doesn't have to have cellular connection. You can just use your Wi-Fi in your studio to load it up before you leave for your events, so it can find your job. And then you can add data either on the fly or in advance in the studio panel. And then it just pulls up like a Rolodex on a phone, like a contact list. You tap their name, you can filter by the certain data, by teacher, by grade, by team, however you're using this, and snap a reference photo of the face and then go on to the next kid. It is very, very fast and very, very efficient. You can even hand it to a teacher or a coach or whoever's there helping you to go down the line. Now, one important thing to note about Capture, it is not timestamp sensitive. So you can do it in any specific order, but as long as you're capturing that one face to that one person, PhotoDay will know when you upload all your professional images where those images are supposed to go according to that face, which is super cool and very efficient. And it's completely free. So if you guys want to download it and sign in and play with it today and upload some photos and try it out, you can totally do that at any time. So we didn't think, well, online sales, let's just back it up. Online sales, if you're new, it is really, really important that you hammer down a really good marketing strategy. And part of that marketing strategy in the past, when we were kind of doing online, was prepay for a package online, right? We didn't think that made sense because we thought that that would potentially cap sales because they're going to pre-commit to a package, but then they're going to see all these awesome poses and images that you're creating, and that could just potentially cap your sales. Oh, that's a good question. How do you match the face to the name? Well, it's easy. So when you have your data or you add the person in the app, you just snap a picture of them. And that's it. And that face is now your QR code, so to speak. And then when you upload your pro photos, they all match. But it's super cool. And it does show it in that video. And I'm totally bummed that I could not get that to work right on my end either. So sorry about that. Okay, so advanced pay. Prepay for a package online didn't make sense when you're showing images first. However, you still need to qualify your serious buyers, right? Qualification of buyers is a very important strategy, especially when you're presenting them with the product, the images online first. And yes, that Capture app is part of our system. I'll answer you there. Sorry, the chat is like 10 seconds delayed and I talk fast. So if I bounce back and forth, I apologize in advance, but you'll get a replay of this video as well. So back to advanced pay. So we came up with advanced pay. So advanced pay is something that gets that skin in the game, qualifies your buyer, and you can incentivize it and use it in all different ways. And the one exciting thing that we saw about advanced pay right off the bat after we got enough data through PhotoDay was that orders that do have advanced pay credits applied to them are higher than orders that do not. And I really think that's because money spent is money forgotten. So if you start selling credits, if you start connecting with your customers in advance of picture day or even on picture day, and they go through the process, they get to the gallery, they opt in to receive picture day communications from you, they will get entered in. If your gallery is in advanced pay mode, they're going to get entered into the sales cycle. It'll prompt them to buy a credit. Now, people have used this in all different ways. If you're compositing and say you're photographing rec sports and you typically required somebody to hand you an envelope before you photograph them so you know who they are, you can kind of do the same thing with advanced pay. You can require them to make a credit purchase, and you can make it as small as $5. You can do it in $5 increments. So you can do a $10 buy-in, $15 buy-in just to get them started, just to figure it out. And then what'll happen is they'll be linked to that gallery. Their mobile number is linked to that gallery. It knows when they sign back in with their mobile number, they'll be verified that they have that credit that they purchased when you publish, and it'll automatically apply in their cart for them. So they'll see that they have $10 or $5, $20, whatever you sold that credit for. I've seen dance photographers use this for costumes, like pay $10 per costume to be photographed. You can apply that towards your order when the gallery goes live. So for costumes, they'd have a $40 credit. It qualifies your buyer. Again, like I think we're probably one of the only industries left that does all this work for no pre-buy-in, right? Like a lot of different types of jobs change that. So we were trying to find a way to fix that, to bridge that gap. Like, let's get skin in the game first before you do all the picture day and, you know, all the retouching or editing, post-processing and hosting of images, because you connect your customers to the gallery and you get a little bit of skin in the game so they know they're going to convert to sale for you. And the other cool thing I love, 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 this is a glimpse of our insights once you start selling credits and put a job on sale in the studio panel. But another thing I love about Advance Pay is that you can kind of guesstimate what your sales are going to be at the end of the sales cycle, using the amount of credits that you required people to purchase, right? So you know how many credits were purchased, at how much they purchased them at, and then you can apply that towards your average order value that's happening in that job and figure out, okay, you know, if I look here, there's 121 credits, but I don't have, only 2,000 of these credits were used, but I sold $4,300 worth of credits. And I can kind of figure out what my sales are going to be at when I do the math, and I know I sold $25 credits, and I know it's going to be how many credits are left, what my sales are going to end up at. So it's a fun way to like project what your sales are going to be as people start ordering with those credits that they've already pre-purchased. So let's talk about marketing. How do we do things different at PhotoDay is text marketing. We've always been a firm believer in text first, just because of the amount of unread emails and spam filters and all that crazy stuff. But there is still there's still opportunity to use email marketing in PhotoDay. So we do have a combination of both because both are still needed. But we do have some really cool smart text marketing. And what that means is that when you create a job, you create a custom access code. PhotoDay uses a short code, not a long code, so it won't get in somebody's junk unknown senders on their text messages. It's a short code of 90738. It's the universal PhotoDay short code. And they text that special access code that you create to 90738 to link to your gallery. So what's really cool about that is we know at PhotoDay what stage your gallery is in. Is it in advance pay? Is it in draft mode? Is it published? And then we know how to respond to them based on what your gallery is. Let's face it, like online ordering, there are so many distractions online between phone calls. A lot of us are, you know, straight living on a mobile device. Some families don't even have computers at home, which I think COVID totally changed that. With anyone who has kids had to put computers in their households. They can't just do school on their phones nowadays. So they have tablets or they have computers. But the text messaging is smart based on your gallery mode, and it will continue to draw them back to make a purchase if they haven't already, or redeem their credit over a period of 30 days since you published a gallery, and then 30 days beyond that. We custom, you don't have to set anything up. It's completely automated. Now, once they make a purchase, they stop getting all those text messages. What they'll actually get is a your order's been received text, right? Similar to Amazon. And then when the lab ships your order, they'll get your order has been shipped and here's the tracking number. So they will be able to track their orders all the way to their doorstep. Talk about like a huge change from paper forms and then disappearing for 4 to 6 weeks while you're processing, depositing everything and getting it back and packaging it and then delivering it manually. And then it's sat in the coach's car for however long, right? So now they're directly connected their order all the way through from start to finish, which is really, really cool. And another cool feature that we have are these promos, these year-round sales. So if you went through a whole season, let's just say this whole spring season and all your galleries in PhotoDay and people are connecting and they made purchases, and now summertime comes up and we're having like a back to school flash sale, flash promo. We actually do have a back to school promo. You can take your galleries from the spring, put them all in that back to school promo, run a second sale, maybe a deeper discount just to give a little bit more income to you. And all you got to do is throw your jobs in there and hit go. And PhotoDay does the text. Oh, you have to create the offer too that you want to give them for their special offer to attract them to buy again from you. And then it automatically texts everyone that promo. So if you're familiar with promo text marketing now, you can have that with PhotoDay. It's already built into the system and it's very easy to use. So we also have email and marketing here. So you can do it in different ways depending on the different gallery types we have. And we are constantly expanding the email marketing feature. It's kind of secondary to the text marketing, but it's also important. So you're able to create these. There's some different designs available, which are, we call them flyers in PhotoDay, but they're emails or they're printable PDF flyers. You're able to design them with your logo, images, and then you can pick from different ones. So we put all the marketing lingo on there for you. It's short, sweet, direct to the point, because you don't want to put too many things on there and confuse your customer. We have all that text on there for you ready to go. And since you create them from within your gallery, we know that those are the links, those are the access codes, and you can roll out those emails. So in a private gallery, if you have everybody's email address in with your data, or you're adding them on site and collecting an email address, when you get back and you upload, create the marketing flyer, you can email everybody links, these nice little flyers, all to directly to their email, and you can attach like offers or whatever else you want to attach to that email, and it will all go to the parents automatically from you in just a couple clicks. So we make that very easy for you guys as well. And then, of course, here are kind of the bits and pieces of PhotoDay. So we have themable products with all of our lab partners, which means they have their product themes in their memory mates, graphics, button graphics, magnet graphics, 8x10 graphics, like all kinds of different products in PhotoDay. And some of our labs even have live preview right now. I think Reedy does, GPA does, Richmond has live preview. We're about to launch, White House has live preview. We're about to launch live preview with Miller's here in the coming weeks. And then Bay and BRI will all have live preview. So we're getting them all on board. So when your customer is creating the memory mates, you can see kind of like down here in the bottom middle graphic where they can see when they're putting their images in and they're typing their text on exactly what it's going to look like. But that works in the app, and then mobile web or desktop web while they're shopping. I do love our native app experience, and our data shows that like 86% of purchases happen on our native app. It is not required for them to download the native app to shop. However, a lot of parents and a lot of people love the shopping experience in a native app. You can do and streamline the experience so much more in a native app than you can on mobile web. So we support both iOS and Android native apps for shopping. They'll get a little banner similar to if you've ever done, like if you go to Lowe's or HomeDepot.com on your phone and it brings up, do you want to download the app? They can hit that, download the app. The cool thing about the app is that if they try to take a screenshot of your images while they're in the app, it'll just return like a blank screen. They can't screenshot. It has a screenshot blocker in both iOS and Android built in. Mobile and desktop web, there's just not technology there yet for that, but we do protect your images with a watermark by default, and then you can change that watermark out as well. All right, so demo time. I get to show you guys some fun stuff on my screen. So I am going to shut my video off here, but I'm going to leave my mic on so you can hear me. You guys are quiet. Thanks, Steph, for blowing up the chat with all kinds of useful information. If you guys have any more questions, just feel free to holler out in the chat room, and either myself or Steph will get to them as we go along. So, all right, I'm going to share my entire screen here because I want to show you. Oh, Kensley, yes. Are there lots of styles and memory mates to choose from? Yes. Depending All right, hopefully you can hear me now. Let me know that you can hear me, Steph, please. I'll turn my screen share back on. Hopefully that works. Can you guys hear me? All right, you're back. You can hear me? All right, perfect. I don't know why you're delayed, Steph. You should be hearing me right away. So sorry about that, guys. I guess the whole world is streaming video lately and the internets hate us. So, all right, perfect. Okay, so we went and talked about all the amazing labs. If you guys still can't hear me, go ahead and, well, I guess if I'll just type it in here. Refresh your browser if you can't hear still, and then I'll just go. All right, cool. So this is the studio panel. So once you pick a lab, you are now into your studio panel. Now, if you have more than one favorite lab, this is how the structure of PhotoDay works. You can create a price sheet for a specific lab, and then you can assign that price sheet to a job. So if you have more than one favorite labs and they have different products or different themes and you want to mix and match your labs, you can certainly do that. You can hop over here into your settings section. That's where I always like to start, under setting up your studio. And you can put your information in here, but more importantly, you can add all these fun labs to your PhotoDay account, and then you can start creating price sheets for them and assigning them to jobs, which makes it super fun. A couple other things here when you're setting up your studio, go back to the studio information here. Some of the labs, and you can inquire and ask our awesome live chat button here to figure it out if you don't know, but some of the labs will use your address here on the return label on the envelopes. I know that Miller's and I think GPA use like a standard PO box return system to the lab. So if there's a bad address or anything like that, it gets returned to them, and then they get in touch with us and we figure it out and resend it. However, you should know this rarely happens unless somebody's house blows up or something terrible happens, because all addresses are verified when your customer makes their own composites. Or reading the thing at the same time, reading the chat. When your customer makes their purchase, addresses are verified. So we have very secure system there for that. And for doing your own composites, yep, you can upload the final composites here. And we do also have bulk. So if you needed to have all orders go to one address by, they have to place their order by a certain date and go to one address, you can, and you want to deliver that separately, we have that set up with Miller's. You would just have to have a price sheet set up with Miller's to be able to set that job up for bulk shipping by that deadline date. Now, payment. This is how you guys get paid. Stripe is our payment processor. You'll want to connect a Stripe account here. It's a little one-page form. You verify your bank account information. All the transactions are processed by Stripe. That's also how we pay you guys out. When your customer makes a transaction, all parties are paid. That means all the lab fees are paid, as well as the shipping, the PhotoDay fee, Stripe credit card processing fee is all paid at the time of that transaction. So you guys get into your bank account from Stripe the profit and the actual sales tax that was collected according to e-commerce guidelines. So right then and there. So Stripe is super easy to use, and they are very fast with processing payments. And you also don't have to worry about any fraudulent payments or anything like that. That all gets handled on the back end between Stripe and PhotoDay. So you don't have to worry about that part. We reach out to you if that happens, but I think it's happened maybe a handful of times and hundreds of thousands of transactions. So you guys should be good to go on that as well. Now, if you have a nexus in another state, in more than one state, we're going to automatically assume that your studio address here is where you're remitting sales tax to Uncle Sam. So we're going to collect sales tax according to that nexus. Now, If you are paying sales tax in another state because you're doing a lot of business in more than one state, you would then add that state and that zip code in here. The zip code is the place of business, whatever your business address is in that state where you're remitting your sales tax. It's not your customer's zip code. So that is how we figure out as a SaaS company how to collect the right amount of sales tax for you guys. E-commerce tax is so much different than anything you've done before. So we try to make this as simple as possible, collecting the right tax rates for you according to your nexus and the customer's postal code. We take that tax, we all right, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Let me know, because there's a chat delay. And every time I gotta wait. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear me, see me. Let's see. Can you hear me? All right, cool. You guys can hear me now. All right, sorry about that. I'm not sure this software keeps glitching out on me today. So sorry about that, guys. All right, so this is the logo and watermark section. This is your logo. I just have PhotoDay logo here as an example. You will upload this logo here with your company information that gets put in a lot of different places within PhotoDay to show your branding to your customers. It's on the order receipts. It's on the marketing flyers. And then when your contact, I forgot to tell you guys, your contact information here is important. Make sure you have the right phone number. If you have a studio number, don't put your personal cell here, only because that number is going to be displayed to your customer when they hit the contact button. They see all your contact information in the gallery, because we're pulling your branding and your information through into PhotoDay as much as possible, so your customers know who they're purchasing from and who did these awesome photos. The watermark, we have this very nice watermark. Purchase this photo to remove watermark. Like I said before, if for some reason they are they are screenshotting the gallery on mobile or desktop. Make sure you have the watermark in here. You can replace this with your own. I definitely suggest keeping it as nice as possible and not saying like this image is stolen. So we like this purchase this photo to remove watermark. It kind of accomplishes the same thing, but not so negative to our customer. We want to be positive for all customer experiences. Remember that, especially with selling online, because somebody will end up blasting you eventually. So you don't want to put yourself in that position. And then you can position your watermark and scale it just so it's not so obtrusive, but it's just enough to prevent them from taking images from you. And then we have this awesome little user section where you can add additional users to your account and invite them to use the Capture app. So if you have multiple photographers, you can go ahead and add them here. It'll send them an invite to download the Capture app. But you can also give other permissions to them. They can log into the studio panel. If you have just like a production person that you just wanted to be able to upload images and manage your jobs or create offers, you can toggle on and off permissions for different users on your account, which is really cool because you'll be able to manage a staff easier and they won't have access to all your financials and things like that. So, and you can remove them and add new ones at any time. And right now that's pretty sure it's unlimited. So if you guys got like 50 people working for you, you're good. So I'm going to go back here to store because I wanted to show you some really cool things about setting up a job. One of the most daunting things when selling online for the first time is creating your price sheets. We try to make this as simple as possible. When you go in to create a price sheet, you'll give it a name and that's your name for reference. I like to say like, this is my sports for spring 2021 price sheet, whatever you want to call it. You can name that here, and then you can go ahead and assign that price sheet to what lab. That way we know what products to pull in so you can start mix and matching and creating packages and things like that. The markup, this is just a starting point. You can do a fixed amount or percent. I always just like to put 100%. And what that means, it's going to mark up 100% for retail, all the lab prices. Of course, you can adjust this later. It's just a starting point to safeguard so you accidentally don't put something into PhotoDay and forget to mark it up, and then your customer has a bad experience and you don't get any sales. So this is just a safety net for you guys, especially if you're creating price sheets late at nights. And then shipping. Now this will change. You'll have your bulk shipping method here if you're creating a price sheet for Millers. On this demo, I'm going to do White House because I want to show you guys some custom themes and how that works in the group gallery. And then from here, you can start adding your print products, your digital products, and your packages. You can also look at the shipping rates for the lab. So this is White House shipping rates. This is what they will be charging your customer at checkout. So it's $3.95 for some ground shipping. Your customer sees this estimated delivery time when they pick their shipping method. Of course, with COVID, we have several of our lab partners, because of the US Post Office and other mail carriers, have had some issues with deliveries with COVID. So we up these turnaround times to make it realistic for your customers. However, they can always choose to go ahead and expedite orders to themselves if they wanted to, but it's cool that they have that option. And I really like that White House gives a little bit of a break here in shipping if they order a big order. What that does is if you're going to give free shipping away, the $3.95 would then come out of your profit. So you can make it off of a minimum order of a much larger sale. So you know the lab cost will hit this, and that promotional only cost you the $3.95 versus the $4.95. Now, free shipping, not eligible on Priority or Express in any of our partner labs. It's only for ground shipping or the economy shipping, the lowest tier shipping. They can't use free shipping on anything other than that. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a package. You'll want to make sure you name your package something other than package A, B, C, D. Do not name them that. If you need inspiration, we have a great blog post that talks about naming packages and gives you some inspiration on how to do that properly. So just don't like name them package A, B, C, D, because that really doesn't make any sense anymore. So when they're viewing online, that's alphanumeric for data entry, right? So I'm going to just call this one the large family package because it's for a large family. It's going to be my biggest package with a bunch of stuff in it. And you can put whatever your savings is here. save $10 by ordering this package. You probably would want to save more. But I also want to say here, get a free high-res download. I love using downloads to beef up your sales, or to you can give away social sharing downloads for free for a limited time. We have another blog post all about that with the strategy on how to set up your price sheet. But I'm going to start putting this package together. So I'm going to start in my photo prints, and I'm just going to do a standard, I'm just say vertical memory mates. And then I'm going to add maybe an 8x10 and then some 5x7s here. And if you add them on separate lines, they're going to be able to mix and match poses. But if you do this like in a pack of two, that's one pose, pack of two, one pose, pack of two. I like doing like this in the bigger packages just to save the customer some time, like so they're not having to go through and pick other poses. Plus they probably want more than one copy of those prints anyway. So you can, you know, keep adding away here. Oh, we got some wallets down here. Maybe add some wallets in here. And then I'm going to add, maybe put a magnet because this is a huge package. And then I'll go ahead and put my high-res download that I said they were going to get for free. Now, this base cost is how much this package is going to cost you. And then from the lab, and then this markup is the 100% markup to total the retail price here. We're trying to be transparent as possible when you're pricing out your packages, but you can adjust this price to anything that you want. And then that will save here. And the question is, can you have different poses of the same player and the same team? Yes, you can. Because parents are going to be able to mix and match poses and team photos in the package however they want. So there's no like team individual association in PhotoDay. They're just a bunch of images, and then they're combining them into the packages in the way that they want to order. So from here, you can duplicate it, duplicate a package, which takes a second after I click on it. And then you can go in here and keep making your package. This is a small family package. And maybe they only save $5, and then they don't get a free download. And then here, oh, thank you. I'm glad you find it wonderful. It should be super easy. We try to make everything as easy as possible in here, but I can get rid of some of this stuff. And this is a smaller package, and I'm just going to sell this for I'll just say $27.95. There we go. That sounds good. And then I'm going to save this package in here, but you can have as many packages as you want. I say just keep it between like 5 or 6. Really, the whole point of ordering packages is so they can buy a lot and save some money, which you can also do in the form of promos. But packages are pretty awesome, convenient way. They still do hold value online. You can do like a pack of 4 downloads if you wanted to, and just make an all download pack and say save $5 per download in this pack if you buy 4. But yeah, you can use this, that little space that goes right to your customer. So you can really say anything you want there, but do not say this package includes a team picture, because they don't have to put a team picture in there. And it could be very, very confusing for them. So you don't want to say that. So I'm just going to put these 4 high-res downloads in here. And while downloads don't cost you anything from PhotoDay, you do have to sell them. So you can't just give them for free, or else you could use all this cool technology for nothing. But you do have to sell them for something, because that is really literally the only way we make money at PhotoDay and give you all this cool stuff is when you make a sale. So we are directly tied to your success. So you can go ahead and make a package like this. I'm just going to put it for oh, that's a lot of money. $115 for the 4 downloads. And then you can just keep going on as long as you want. And then over here, you can do your a la carte section. And from here, you can just kind of grab everything if you wanted. It's going to be sectioned when the customer sees it by these same categories, like display items, all that good stuff. But you can add it to your cart. Now, for the smaller items, like 3x5s, I recommend selling these in packs of 2. I would never, like 5x5 is a weird size, I don't need that, but I would never put just like a single 5x7 in a la carte. That kind of helps you like protect the minimum order thing. But you know, we have smaller units broken down here because you're building out packages as well. So make sure you account for those smaller items and sell them in packs of 2, especially like the buttons, magnets. You can see we have a wide variety of products, and all of our labs have a bunch of products in here that you can sell to your customers using the PhotoDay storefront. So, and then of course you can put digitals a la carte in here too, but I always recommend selling digitals in packages because they are very valuable and you can get some good money for those. So don't undersell yourself there. Thank you, Steph, for sharing that blog post. That's a good one to bookmark. And then once you add everything, you can come down here and you can just start adjusting the pricing on the fly. And you can do this. So if you make a mistake and you publish a gallery and it's got this price sheet attached, at any time you can go back here, modify this price sheet, and it's instantly live for your customer. So there's no waiting. So you can always correct this at any point in time. It's not like the order form days where you couldn't correct it easy, right? So we have a lot of stuff up here too. So we have advanced pay. I'm gonna put this demo job in advanced pay mode. So I'm gonna make a credit sheet here because I want to show you what it's like for selling credits. So this one's gonna be my sports credit sheet. And I'm just gonna have one, you can have up to 4 credits, but I'm just gonna sell one simple $10 credit here on my credit sheet. So I'm gonna set that up so it's ready to go. And now I'm going to set up my job. So I'm going to add a new job here. I just really want to show you how easy it is to get up and going with PhotoDay and start connecting with your customers. So I'm going to add a logo. Let me go to my desktop here. Logo. And I'm going to look in here. I'm going to add a logo to my job. This is cool because it actually appears in the app or in the mobile or desktop view when they're viewing the job. It looks a little bit more branded to them. So, and then you could call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it Arlington Little League. And then you can categorize it. And then this is just a little mini CRM. You'll have to link and enter your organizations in here. For now, I'm just going to link it to a random organization that I've already created, and then pick my picture day date, which will be this weekend. And I'm estimating about 100 kids are coming to this. Pick your time zone because that has to do a lot with text marketing. So make sure you're in the right time zone when you create your job. And then you can start setting up. We kind of walk you through the things to do. So it's not super scary. It should be super easy once you're in here, but don't be shy. If you got questions at any time, you can find us down here in the live chat. If you'd rather have a phone call, you can always request a phone call here if that's easier for you as well. So don't be shy. Just ask us in live chat. I'm going to set this one up as a group gallery. So it's going to customize a little link for me here that I can use, and then I can create this access code, anything I want. So this one I'm going to put ALL 2021. And once you claim this code, and you always want to claim the code before you advertise it, because if somebody else is using it, this is very sensitive to the 90738 short code, then you're going to connect a bunch of people to not your gallery because somebody else took that code. So make sure you claim your code in here and then hit save. And it'll tell you if that code is taken or not. This code was not taken. I just claimed it on my job. Now nobody else can use that code. So now I can start setting up my storefront for sale. So I'm going to put this gallery in advanced pay mode. So I'm going to go ahead and select that sports credit sheet. I'm not going to incentivize it. I'm going to require them to pay the $10 to be photographed. I can also toggle this on, and it'll request them to add the name of the person being photographed. So it'll make me a list on the back end. I'll show you that. And then I can turn on the preview for the price sheet. So while they're viewing my advanced pay, or they're making their advanced pay credit purchase, they're going to be able to preview the price sheet. So White House has their template collections all done by color. So I'm going to select blue and maybe some red because those are popular baseball colors. And then I am going to hit save here. And let me go back into the storefront. and toggle that on so I can allow them to see a preview of the packages and products I am selling while they're viewing the gallery. So now I am going to tell them that my gallery is ready and I want them to start opting in. So I'm going to set this job to advance pay. And if you guys want to do this for me and pull out your phones, you can, so you can see the connection yourself. You can text this access code ALL2021 to 90738. And you will be connected to the gallery. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is create a little advanced pay flyer to send out to my contact so she can send it out to all the people in the league. Now, I do recommend, highly recommend video. We talk a lot about that. I'm doing a SPAC presentation on Thursday this week where I talk about this whole marketing strategy in general, and making your customers happy. But video is a great way for you to get in front of the camera, introduce yourself, and talk about this new exciting way you're doing picture day. You start that relationship building that connection with each individual customer. But you don't have to. I just think it's cool if you're able to. And it does help build that connection. So you can upload an image here if you want a little sample image. If you wanted to create something about your studio here, your logo will be at the bottom of the flyer by default when you've uploaded it, along with your contact information. We have all different flyer designs. So if you wanted a different look, a different feel, you could do that here. I'm just going to use this classic one. And then I'm going to turn off the image because I'm not going to upload an image for sake of demo. You can leave our text lingo here, or you can add your additional marketing language here if you want. But as you can see, it creates this little flyer for you. And then once you save it, you can either download it or you can just email it off to the organization contact directly. And if you select this, since it's linked to that organization, it's going to have her email already in here for you. You can put your subject line, picture day information, and it already has this templated email for you, and you can change this if you want. It's just here for you guys I just went over and spelled that wrong, but it's here for you guys with all the links and everything, and then you can just send that flyer off to your contact to forward on. You can also download it, and it'll download as a PDF. So you can print that out if you wanted to, or just email it separately. You can also grab a web link of the flyer as well. So you can share this on social media outlets or through a separate email, but it'll generate a little parked web page for you after you create it. Mine looks really plain, but I've seen some really, really creative flyers for you guys to try out. You guys are way more creative than me, so I'll just stop there. Now, I am going to send a text in case nobody else did with my access code, because I want to show you what that looks like. So give me a second. ALL 2021. I'm going to send my text out. Now, you can see if they've sent your flyer now, or people are connecting to your gallery simply by coming in here. Look, none of you guys texted, only me. So I text this number here just now. And you can see if people are opting into the galleries, right? So you can see if they've actually sent out your information and people are responding. It's a really cool way to follow up, make sure your organization did send out that information for you. Of course, you'll see that if you start getting credit sales, they'll appear here and you'll start getting transfers in your Stripe account. So next step, you just go out to PhotoDay. You take all your pictures. This is a group gallery, so you don't have to worry about any kind of like serious sorting of images. If they're already coming down by team, you can slate them by team, group them into folders, and upload them to PhotoDay. So we have all different ways to upload. We have a couple different search options. We have view all photos. We have view by tags, which is basically a folder structure. And then we have the face find available. So I'm just going to upload a couple images here so I can show you guys what this looks like. And let me just grab some sample images out of here. I'm not going to upload that many, or else you're going to have to wait for my uploader. So I'm going to upload 3 images. And what's going to happen when you're uploading images to PhotoDay it's going to be running face find, and it creates like this little data map. It's like a little math equation of their face, and it's just a text string, and it stores it. Because that way, when mom searches for her photos in a gallery, it creates another little text string with the image she uploads, and it compares the two text strings and then presents those images very, very fast. So there's no waiting. It instantly happens. So I can go ahead, if you didn't upload a folder structure or do Lightroom keywords for the tagging, you can go ahead and manually create tags in here for the different teams. And then update. And then from there, you know, if you created different tags, you can drag them all in and they can all be on the same team. You can drag and drop. There's a lot of functionality in here. We're running a little short on time today with the technical difficulties. So just wanted to show you guys what this looks like. And then once everyone's bought credits, once they've opted into the gallery, all that fun stuff, you're ready to start selling. You got your images uploaded. You can, if you got a big gallery, I always recommend for the, where is it at in here? Job details for the search options. If you got a big gallery, turning the all photos off and just allowing them to use face find or tags to find photos makes it a little bit easier. If somebody gets stuck in a never ending scroll, but for smaller galleries, like under a couple hundred images, you can leave all 3 search options available to the parent. But I'm gonna go ahead and publish this. I know I said I was going to show you guys custom themes, but it's we ran a little bit over, and I see some of you guys dropping off, so you probably short on time, so sorry about that. However, but I will show you what the customer gallery looks like when they go to galleries.photoday.io. I've got no audio again. You guys hear me? I didn't get a warning this time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, you can still hear me. Maybe it's just you, Steph. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the customer side. This is on desktop view. Obviously, there's mobile as well, but I'm just for sake of demo showing this to you guys. You can see the tags that I made in here where they're able to go and find their images. Or they can use Face Find, which is super cool. They can go in here, they can favorite their favorite images, or they can go straight to buy them. And then the cool thing is you can they can start designing out their packages from here. I'm just going to pick this small package. Oh my gosh, I should have emptied my cart. I'm in another gallery. Give me 1 second. All right, let me go back here. Should have emptied my cart before the demo, but it's cool. Let me just go back to what I was doing, and I'm going to go ahead and buy that package because I want to show you what it looks like when I'm customizing the memory mate. But this is what I mean by all the different colors. I picked blue and red, so all those different designs are now available for the customers to choose from. And then once they pick one, they can start designing their memory mate. Now they have the ability to crop, zoom in and out on the images if they want to. If they wanted to change their image once they're in here to a different image, they can do that while they're designing out their memory mate. So it's pretty cool. And then once you confirm that, they go to the group. It's really cool because Face Find runs again. It'll pull up their group photos for them. So they know exactly how to put those in here. So you don't have to cull down your group images. If you didn't want to, you can put them all in there and let mom pick the ones she thinks her kid looks best in. And then they can type text in here. So we'll just put minors. And this person is Joe Smith because I'm so generic. And then this is Arlington. Oh, wait, and if they make a typo, guess what, guys? It's on them, not on you anymore. You can put your position. They can leave it blank if they wanted to, put their name on here, and then they can see a really cool preview of what their template's going to look like with all their information on it, which is super cool. I love this because I think it's just rad. So, and then they can go and it walks them down the package and they can go and create the rest of their package very easily. They can pick out images if they want, and they can just go on, and it'll be a little green check mark for each one. It'll ask them to put, fill their items in their package, and then they can add it to their cart. So all the way through to checkout, that's what the end customer experience looks like for them. Now, if they have purchased an advance pay credit and they get that published text, it'll prompt them to sign in. Since I kind of went around the back door and I didn't purchase a credit, it's not asking me to sign in. However, if they did the same method and they get down here on step 4, the credit, it'll ask them to go ahead and sign in with their mobile number, and it'll find their credit that they purchased under that mobile number and apply it towards their order. And that is how that works. And we are right over an hour, guys. So unless you want to see something specific in here, what I am going to do is share with you some more details about PhotoDay. So let me bring my, let me bring my slides back here. So I'm going to share with you some new stuff. So we have so much stuff from within PhotoDay. And look, now it's started me all the way. This is because I restarted my webinar. So just in case you want to recap, here's the recap of what we went over today. So sorry, guys. I've never had so many problems on a webinar that I've done, and I did like 36 of these last year, and I've never had so many technical glitches before today. So I apologize to you guys. That was not my intention to see how I handled all those technical glitches. This is what I really wanted to show you. I really wanted to show you about price and all the things that you get with PhotoDay, because we are directly tied. I'll turn my camera back on. We are directly tied to your success. We want you guys to be selling your images at an optimal price, obviously, and for you to get the most value. I know on paper forms, it was really hard. I mean, you're working so hard in creating these amazing images, but they don't see them first. So it's really, really hard to get your true value out of that, right? And that's something that we really wanted to change with PhotoDay and that I am personally passionate about. So we are directly tied to your success. And the 10% transaction fee that PhotoDay charges includes everything, includes app, facial recognition, text marketing, email marketing. We have service item exports within PhotoDay for schools, includes the downloads. We don't have storage fees. It's all unlimited. We don't do archiving of the galleries. It's all there for you guys to use and keep up there indefinitely. We really envision PhotoDay as something moving into the future where you're, in the same town, you're capturing these families year after year. And we're really excited to see what that does for our products as time goes on with our lab partners, to put these collages of things together, because we have all of this information in one place. We have lots of marketing resources for you guys to help spread the word about Picture Day and gain new accounts by way of using PhotoDay as your secret weapon, and your cool way of doing your Picture Day process available to you. And then we also have PhotoDay Academy, which is all of our education in video and in blog form for you guys to brush up on. So, and of course, we have our amazing support team in the live chat at any given time, and you guys can certainly go ahead and tap into that whenever you need a call. Just let us know. If email is better for you, you can shoot an email to support@photoday.io or use the live chat. And Steph just showed a link to our support knowledge base as well. If you have specific questions, we have tons of articles in there for you guys. But like I said, we're directly tied to your success. No question is a dumb question. And everyone says that to us. Like, I feel like I'm asking a dumb question. I'm like, no question is dumb. Ask your questions. It doesn't matter if it's a dumb question or if you think it's a dumb question. I guarantee you somebody's asked it before. No, the Stripe commission is not included in the 10%. So the 10% transaction fee, that's just the PhotoDay fee, that applies to what you sell the item for, pre-tax and pre-shipping. Many other commerce solutions might charge on top of the total transaction. PhotoDay does not. It's if you sell something for $10, the PhotoDay fee is $1. Stripe is a separate transaction fee. However, if your customer's shopping in group galleries or even in a private gallery and they have more than one child, they will be able to check out together. So there will be one transaction per family because they'll be shopping together for their kids. In the private galleries, they cannot mix and match those galleries in specific packages. They have to choose that kid first, lock in with his access code, buy his PhotoDay package, and then go to the next kid, enter their access code, buy their package. But in group galleries, they can mix and match in the individual packages. And then, yeah, no more lab bills, guys. Don't have to worry about paying that huge, gigantic lab bill at the end of the week. It all happens as soon as those transactions are happening. And we have an extensive report section for you guys too. So you can see a very transparent breakdown of where all your money is going in all those transactions. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this today. I hope I inspired you, gave you some ideas. If you have any specific questions, feel free to email me, lisa@photoday.io, or you can reach us in the chat bubble as well at any time. If you needed a little deeper dive into a section I did not go over, feel free to ask us that as well. We can set up a one-on-one with you. And thank you for listening to me today for over an hour. And also thanks for dealing with all these technical glitches that happened. I am so sorry. But I will be writing, seeing what's up with this. Oh, Vicky's question. So partner labs are no longer using the school software. The orders are fulfilled. They come in at a set deadline. Yeah, you don't have to use, you're not submitting orders to the lab anymore. When your customer places the order, everything just goes like cropped. All the data, everything goes right to the lab for you and it ships out. Like you don't have to do any of that anymore. I think that's a lot of our users. That's our favorite part, is no more lab submissions. So you don't have to use the school software anymore. No. And you can do a bulk order. If they all order by a certain deadline, that one job all gets, individually packaged, grouped by class or grade or however your data is. That works with Miller's only right now. So you can set up a Miller's price sheet and have access to setting that bulk shipping deadline. And after the deadline, it automatically goes to drop ship for you. And you don't have to do much of anything. Miller's packs it all up. And yeah, that's an awesome part. No more data entry, no more worrying about that. And we have an awesome PhotoDay users group on Facebook. So if you guys are not part of the users group on Facebook and you do have a Facebook account, I encourage you to jump in that users group so you can talk to other PhotoDay users. Vicki, that's a great question. Can you include inserts in the dropship orders? I know that Reedy Photo does that for their customers, and that is a long-standing feature request that we are working with our other lab partners in trying to give you that ability, so it doesn't matter which lab partner you're using, you can do inserts. So just stay posted. We send out a weekly newsletter with all of that information, all the updates, all the latest features. So make sure you're getting our weekly newsletter that's going out on Fridays now. And yeah, Steph just verified Reedy can do the inserts for you, but I think they're the only lab doing it right now. But yeah, any more questions, guys? I can stick around for more questions if you're still here, or if you just want to like hang out. I mean, we can go on to the next topic. I can talk PhotoDay all day. I talk a lot. I'm really thirsty right now. But yeah, so thank you guys. I hope you stay warm for those of you in the winter storms. Oh, with advance pay, is there any way to have parents say what team their child's on? You can request, they enter their first and last name, but they can't enter the team. Donnie, that's been a long-standing request too. I know that's somewhere in the mix to have as an improvement. So stay tuned for that. I have seen that on our roadmap at some point. So yeah, that might be coming soon. And let's see. Yeah, you guys, awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week and let me know if you need anything else in the meantime. So take care.